Welcome back to another episode on Legal Stories. Today, we are looking at the case of Esther Nkhata versus the People, Appeal number 120 of 2020, decided by the Court of Appeal of Zambia sitting at Lusaka. On July 22, 2013, a woman named Lucy Zimba, who was about 8 months pregnant, was admitted to the hospital in Muchinga province due to pregnancy complications. 2 days later, on July 24th, Lucy disappeared from the hospital maternity ward. Witnesses saw her living with Esther Nkhata, and another witness met both women walking along Lundazi Road toward the nearby hills. When Lucy's family began searching for her, they went to Esther's house. There, they found Esther holding a newborn baby. When asked about Lucy, Esther denied knowing where she was and claimed Lucy had returned to the hospital. The next day, Esther went to the hospital and registered the baby under her husband's name. However, medical examinations conducted by police and hospital officials later revealed that Esther had not given birth and was not pregnant. On August 3, 2013, Esther led police officers to the hills along Lundazi Road, where Lucy's body was discovered. The post-mortem report confirmed that Lucy had been suffocated with a cloth and her stomach had been cut open to extract her unborn baby. Esther was brought before the High Court sitting at Chipata, charged with murder alongside a traditional healer named Matthews. In her defense, Esther admitted leading Lucy to the hills, but denied killing her. She told the court that she suffered from a medical condition that prevented her from conceiving and had sought treatment from Matthews. She claims the healer told her that herbal medicine had to be administered in the presence of a pregnant relative in the bush. Esther claimed she drank the medicine in the hills, left Lucy behind with the traditional healer and another man and went home. She alleged that later that day, the healer brought the newborn baby to her house in a plastic bag and threatened to kill her if she revealed what happened. The traditional healer denied all allegations and stated he did not know Esther or Lucy. The High Court acquitted the traditional healer due to lack of evidence against him, but convicted Esther of murder under Section 200 of the Penal Code and sentenced her to death. Dissatisfied with the outcome, Esther appealed her conviction to the Court of Appeal. Esther's appeal raised a single main ground. She argued that the trial court was wrong to convict her based on circumstantial evidence because the facts did not rule out her innocence. Esther's legal counsel argued that, number one, no DNA analysis was conducted to scientifically prove the baby belonged to Lucy. Number two, the police failed to examine footprints at the scene or present key physical evidence in court, which amounted to a dereliction of duty. Number three, Esther lied to relatives and police only because she was terrified after receiving death threats. The Court of Appeal, in a judgment, carefully reviewed the case and applied established legal principles. Number one, the standard for circumstantial evidence. Referencing legal precedents like David Zulu versus the People and Saidi Banda versus the People, the court retaliated that to convict on circumstantial evidence, the proven facts must be so compelling that they point to only one reasonable inference, the guilt of the accused. The court found an unbroken chain of closely connected facts. Esther lured a heavily pregnant woman from a hospital ward. She accompanied her toward the hills along Lundazi Road. She faked a pregnancy and was found in possession of a newborn child shortly after. Medical tests confirmed she had never given birth. She personally led the police to the exact spot where the murdered body was hidden. Number two, was DNA testing mandatory? Addressing the lack of DNA evidence, the court held that under the staged reasoning approach for circumstantial evidence, established facts can logically prove a further fact. The unbroken timeline proved beyond reasonable doubt that the baby in Esther's possession was the child removed from Lucy's womb, making DNA testing unnecessary. Number three, Addressing police investigation failures. Citing the legal principle from Peter Yotamu Hamenda versus the People, the court agreed that the police's failure to examine footprints was a dereliction of duty, which creates a legal presumption in favor of the accused person. However, citing Kalebu Banda versus the People, the court clarified that this presumption is not automatic grounds for acquittal. It can be overcome if the remaining prosecution evidence is overwhelmingly strong. Number 4. Malice aforethought. The court confirmed that Esther acted with malice aforethought. Suffocating the victim with a cloth and cutting her stomach open clearly demonstrated an intention to cause death or grievous harm. The Court of Appeal concluded that the trial court evaluated the evidence correctly and that Esther's conviction was safe. The court dismissed the appeal, upholding both the conviction for murder and the sentence of death. What are some of the lessons we can learn from this judgment? Number 1. Circumstantial evidence can lead to conviction. Direct eyewitness testimony is not always required. A complete and logical chain of surrounding facts pointing solely to guilt is sufficient to prove a crime beyond reasonable doubt. Number 2. Conduct and falsehoods matter. A court can consider suspicious behavior such as faking a pregnancy or giving misleading statements after a disappearance as evidence pointing toward guilt. Number 3. Police errors do not guarantee an acquittal. If investigating officers make mistakes or fail to conduct certain tests, it creates a favorable presumption for the defense. However, if the rest of the prosecution's evidence is overwhelming, the conviction will still stand. Number 4. Legal inference replaces unnecessary evidence. When a clear and broken series of events links an accused person directly to a crime, the court is legally permitted to draw rational inferences without needing every single scientific test. Thank you for watching this episode. Remember to like, follow, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel.